D-Day, the longest day in history. Color footage. June 6, 1944. Operation Overlord, the Allied invasion of Normandy, remains the largest amphibious assault in history. The colorized footage of D-Day transforms our understanding of this pivotal day from distant history into visceral reality. The scale of D-Day, by the numbers. 156,000 plus Allied troops landed on D-Day. 5,000 plus ships and landing craft. Largest naval armada ever assembled. 11,000 plus aircraft providing air support. 50 plus miles of coastline. 5 beach landing zones. 24,000 plus Allied airborne troops dropped behind lines. Allied casualties on D-Day. 10,000, 4,414 confirmed dead. German casualties, estimated 4,000 to 9,000. For perspective, more ships participated in D-Day than exist in most modern navies. The planning involved years of deception, intelligence, and preparation. Weather delayed the invasion 24 hours. Eisenhower's decision was crucial. The 5 beaches American sectors. Omaha Beach. Bloody Omaha. Deadliest beach. 2,000 plus casualties. Strong German defenses on cliffs. Nearly failed. Came within hours of evacuation order. Rangers scaled cliffs at Point du Hoc. Colorized footage shows red water, bodies floating, burning landing craft. Utah Beach. Landed 1 mile off target. Accidentally avoided heavy defenses. Lightest casualties. Approximately 200. 23,000 troops landed successfully. Linked up with 82nd and 101st Airborne British sectors. Gold Beach, British 51st Division. Captured Arromanches, artificial harbour site. Approximately 400 casualties. Linked with Canadian forces by day's end. Sword Beach, easternmost beach. British 3rd Division plus French commandos. First Allied forces to link with airborne troops. Approximately 630 casualties. Canadian sector, Juno Beach. 3rd Canadian Division. Second highest casualties. After Omaha. Approximately 960. Pushed furthest inland on D-Day. Captured key objectives despite heavy resistance. Colorized footage. What makes it powerful available? Color sources. Original color footage. Director George Stevens, later famous. Hollywood director, filmed in color. Jack Lieb shot color photos for Life magazine. Some official military cameramen used color film. Much was classified or lost. Only recently restored modern colorization projects. D-Day in Color, 2019. Excellent documentary. World War II in Color, Netflix. Episode 8. Peter Jackson's They Shall Not Grow Old techniques applied to D-Day footage. Various YouTube AI restorations. What color reveals? 1. The grey water turns red and green. You see the actual color of the channel water. Blood mixing with seawater becomes visible. Burning oil creating black smoke clouds. Green seasickness among troops. The soldier's youth. Color shows these were teenagers and young men. Fresh faces covered in mud and blood. The khaki, olive drab and tan uniforms become real. You can see fear and determination in their eyes. 1. The beach obstacles. Rusted steel hedgehogs. Wooden stakes painted with mines. Concrete bunkers with camouflage netting. The actual appearance of Rommel's asparagus 1. The chaos. Orange tracer fire. Red explosions, grey smoke mixing with blue sky, burning vehicles creating black columns, waterproofed vehicles in various camouflage schemes. 1. The landscape, green Norman countryside, yellow wheat fields, grey stone villages, the contrast between peaceful farmland and industrial warfare, the timeline of the longest day, midnight, 2 a.m., pathfinders drop to mark zones, gliders crash land with equipment. Many paratroopers scattered far from drop zones. 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Main airborne drops. 82nd, 101st, British 6th, Thousands lost or scattered. Small groups fight independently. Seize bridges and key crossroads. 5 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. Naval bombardment begins. Thousands of shells pound German positions. Aircraft bomb coastal defences. German defenders take cover 6:30 a.m. H hour. First waves hit beaches, landing craft drop ramps, machine gun fire immediately. Men wade through water under fire. 6:30 a.m. 9 a.m. Heaviest casualties occur. Many units pinned on beaches. Officers killed. Command breaks down. Individual initiative becomes crucial. 9 a.m. to noon. Gaps blown in obstacles. Tanks and artillery come ashore. Troops push inland slowly. Omaha still in doubt. Noon to 6 p.m. Beachheads secured. Towns captured. Airborne link-ups begin. Germans unable to mount coordinated counterattack 6 p.m. to midnight. Consolidation. More troops and supplies land. Perimeter expanded. 156,000 men ashore. Key moments captured in colour. The paratroopers. See 47 transport planes in olive drab and invasion stripes. Parachutes. White, green, red. Supply drops. Night drops show tracer fire lighting up sky. Crashed gliders scattered across fields. The naval armada. Grey warships stretching to horizon. Smaller landing craft, LCVPs in various greys. Water churned white by propellers. Red and orange muzzle flashes from naval guns. Omaha Beach. Tan sand turning dark with water and blood. Grey obstacles and German concrete bunkers. Soldiers using bodies and debris for cover. Medics with Red Cross armbands treating wounded. Burning landing craft, creating orange flames. The breakout. Engineers blowing obstacles with TNT. Tanks struggling up beach exits. Infantry moving through hedgerows. French civilians emerging. Women in floral dresses, children waving. The German perspective. Fewer colour images exist. Show coastal fortifications. MG-42 positions with interlocking fields of fire. Panzer reinforcements rushing toward coast. Too late. Individual stories brought to life. Lieutenant Robert Matthias, Omaha Beach. Landed in first wave at bloody Omaha. Colorized photos show him leading men off beach. Wounded, but continued fighting. One of the heroes who prevented disaster, Brigadier General Theodore Roosevelt Jr., Utah Beach. Only general to land with first wave. 56 years old, walked with a cane, bad heart. We'll start the war from right here. Died of heart attack 5 weeks later, awarded Medal of Honor Private John Steele, 82nd Airborne. Parachute caught on church steeple at Sainte-Mère-Église. Hung for hours playing dead. Germans eventually captured him. Escaped days later. Dummy paratrooper still hangs from church today. Léon Gautier, French commando. One of 177 French commandos who landed at Sword. Recently passed away in 2023 at age 100. Colour photos show him as young soldier coming home. The turning point, why D-Day changed everything. Military. Opened Western Front. Hitler feared, forced Germany to fight two-front war. Demonstrated Allied amphibious capability. Proved Atlantic Wall could be breached. Strategic. Liberation of France began. Path to Germany opened. Shortened the war by months, years. Saved countless lives, despite heavy D-Day casualties. Psychological. Shattered German confidence in Fortress Europe. Boosted Allied morale worldwide. Showed occupied peoples. Liberation was coming. Proved democracies could organize massive operations. What happened next? Immediate aftermath. Allies built up forces in Normandy. Germans reinforced, but too little, too late. Battle of Normandy continued until August. Paris liberated August 25, 1944. Germany would surrender May 8, 1945. The cost. Battle of Normandy, June-August. 425,000 total casualties, all sides. 20,000 plus French civilians killed. Entire cities, Caen, Saint-Lô, destroyed. but Western Europe liberated preserved D-Day sites. You can visit today Normandy American Cemetery, 9,388 white crosses and stars of David. Overlooks Omaha Beach. Most visited American military cemetery, Pointe du Hoc. Ranger monument, bomb craters still visible. Concrete bunkers remain beaches. All 5 beaches accessible. Museums at each sector. German bunkers preserved. Mulberry Harbour remains at Arromanches Sainte-Mère Église. Airborne Museum. Church with dummy paratrooper. Original bullet holes preserved. The legacy in colour. Why colorized footage matters. 1. Removes historical distance. Black and white feels like ancient history. Colour makes it feel like it could be today. Connects modern viewers to real people. 1. Shows true horror. Blood is red, not grey. Wounds look real. Death becomes immediate, not abstract one. Reveals details lost. Equipment colours and camouflage. National identifications, environmental conditions, human expressions. 1. Honours the sacrifice. These weren't figures in old films. They were real young men. Many never came home. Their sacrifice preserved freedom. Famous quotes from The Longest Day. Eisenhower, before invasion. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. Eisenhower, message prepared if invasion failed. The troops, the air, and the Navy did all that bravery and devotion to duty could do. If any blame or fault attaches to the attempt, it is mine alone, German soldier at Omaha Beach. They're coming back. We can't stop them. Cornelius Ryan, author of The Longest Day. It was the day that changed the world, the day the Nazi dream of conquest died. Where to find the best colour footage documentaries? D-Day in Colour, 2019, Smithsonian Channel. D-Day, The Last Heroes, 2014, BBC. D-Day, The Colour Footage, various networks, Netflix, World War II in Colour, Episode 8, YouTube resources. D-Day Restored Colour Footage. George Stevens' D-Day colour film, restored. National WWII Museum Channel. British Pathé Colour Newsreels. Museums. National D-Day Memorial, Bedford, Virginia. National World War II Museum, New Orleans. Excellent D-Day exhibit. Imperial War Museum, London. Multiple museums throughout Normandy. The bottom line, D-Day was the longest day for those who fought it. Many didn't live to see it end. The colorized footage transforms our understanding from statistics and strategy into human experience. When you see the actual colors, the green water, the red blood, the young faces, the chaos, you understand why it's called the greatest generation. Over 160,000 Allied troops crossed the English Channel on June 6, 1944. Approximately 4,400 didn't return. Their sacrifice opened the road to Berlin and ended Nazi tyranny in Europe. Would you like to know more about specific aspects? The planning and deception, Operation Fortitude, the airborne operations, what went wrong and right, or the German response?